true representation of what my days have been looking like. So much pep in my step. Everyone always says you never feel like you're ready to come off of orientation. Hi guys, welcome back to another vlog. If you're new here, I am 22 years old and I just recently started my nurse residency program as a new grad nurse. I thought I would start this vlog off today, November 2nd, because I work tomorrow and today's my day off, so I get to kind of chillax for the day and I have a second to talk. My last vlog was kind of like a culmination of orientation week and starting my shifts with my preceptor. This week I actually have a full schedule. I have 3 12-hour shifts. I am on a cardiac intervention unit, kind of like cardiac step down, so pre-cath lab, post-cath lab. Welcome to the start of this vlog and I will see you guys later. Good morning, you guys. It's the next day. I'm on the way to work. I just have so much pep in my step. I think it's because the time change. Technically it would be like 7:44 right now, but it's 6:44 and I'm going to work. Please hold for driving. Yes, I'm pulling into work and I feel like I don't even need my coffee. I just feel so well rested. I did my hair yesterday. I really like how it turned out. I went to work at my part-time job, but now I'm here at my freaking career job. Don't you just hate when that happens? Whenever your career job gets in the way of your part-time job. I have my badge, I have my bag. I'm feeling a little more confident because I know where I'm going as soon as I walk into the hospital. I'm not like searching for where I'm going. I also found the stairs because for a while there I enter on the 2nd floor of my hospital and I work on the 3rd. So I was literally taking the elevator 1 flight of stairs. Like I was literally taking the elevator only one ride, and I would get in and everyone would have like 5 or 6 floors and I would just pull up and there would be like, I'd be like, sorry, gonna go 1 floor, and I'd feel so bad because I would make everyone stop at like the next floor and I just looked like I was so lazy, but I promise it was just because I didn't know where the stairs were. It is 61 degrees in Florida right now, and if you know anything about Florida, it is not Florida weather. And we're gonna get this day done. I'll tell you guys how this day goes. I do have to leave the floor for that hour workshop, but other than that, we're on the floor all day. So let's go.
I always go in and you just type right into the internet, 12 rules of trach care, and I post that right above the bed.
Hi guys, I know it's a little bit hard to see me, but I'm done now with work. And I just finished another 12-hour shift with my preceptor. Today was a pretty chill day, honestly. I got to see both sides of the cardiac unit that I'm on, when it's like slower versus when you get slammed and you get admission after admission. Oh my god, that car actually had his brights on like to a million. So when I got to the unit, he only had 2 patients, so that was really cool to be able to slow down during med pass this morning so I could actually see what was going on with each patient and take my time and not feel like I was in a rush. He let me do a lot of the medications. I was able to scan in with my badge to the computer, which is really cool because it felt more like official, if that makes sense. I was able to pass meds and then pull them from the med room. So essentially my hospital uses Omnicell to hold all the medications in the med room, so I was able to put my fingerprint in the machine and and be able to pull the medications on my own. There are so many things that you think that you can get a grip on, and then once you feel like you're in the groove of things, boom, something like throws you off and you have to ask a bunch of questions, call the doctor, text the doctor, do a bunch of things that just throw you off your game. So it's like there are so many case dependent and specific scenarios that I know I'm gonna have to know and remember, but I had such good conversation with my preceptor today, and he's really good. He kind of has the same moral compass that I do, in the sense that you do the best you can to your ability, you chart what you do, you take credit for your work, because that's what charting is, and you care for the safety of your patient, and you do everything in your ability, and you chart to that. You chart what you do, you don't chart what you don't do. So don't lie, don't be that person. We only had 2 patients, and then we got another admission and then another admission, so I was able to go through the admission process and see what that was like. He eats lunch pretty late, and honestly I'm so anxiety ridden about like missing things and like charting things that I don't even have an appetite when it's time for us to eat, but I forget how hungry that I can be, because in my last vlog I worry about my lunch. Like I love to eat, and that's just the reality of it, and I'm not used to not wanting lunch, so that was definitely a culture shock. Hello. Hi guys, sorry if you can hear the air conditioning, it's just too hot outside to be in a car without air conditioning. Today we decided to walk a lake here in my city and come try a new coffee shop, and there's a library attached to it, so we're gonna go in. I brought my laptop, and I also have a budget journal. Since starting my new job as a nurse, I wanted to make sure that I'm being responsible with my new income, and since having a journal, have you ever heard that saying, when you write stuff down you're more likely to get it done? The method that I'm using is that every dollar I earn has a purpose, whether that's towards coffee, like I'll budget for coffees when I want to go buy one, I'll budget for shopping, I can budget for emergency funds, and then I can budget for traveling, just like saving my money towards something. Hi guys, good morning. I meant to talk to you last night. Excuse the light on my face. It's very early this morning. It is the next day. We have marathon training to do, half marathon training. If you watch my last vlog, you know I'm training for a half marathon, and I'm kind of like failing miserably, but it's okay because that's life. I've just been struggling really hard to meet the training plan just because I have not been running 3 times a week. It's been closer to 2, and it's just really hard out here. So it's really early this morning. It's 7:11. I am on my way to go run with my friend Chelsea. Guys, it's the evening now. Last time I talked to you was when we went to the lake. We actually saw a little otter sitting on the dock at the lake. It was the cutest thing ever. I didn't get a chance to talk to you guys after my shift yesterday, but there were some things that I wanted to highlight about that shift. Like I said this morning, this is typically what my days are looking like in the first weeks of my orientation. I'm often working on the floor, and then I leave the floor to go attend to class. We learned a lot about respiratory foundations and management and everything, all the machines that we have to use as nurses and some of the things we might see, how to troubleshoot certain things. It was very crash course oriented, but it was good to know. It was good information to have, and I'm just grateful that we take classes like that, because this is the type of stuff you don't know until you come across, and what are the odds of getting a patient with a machine that they use that you've never seen or worked with before. So it's nice to just have extra information. I loved being in school no matter how stressful it was, and I loved learning, so things like that I really enjoy. For any of my new grads that are watching this, and just if you're watching this just to get an idea of what life looks like after nursing school, or get an idea of like how things work in the hospital, I just wanted to give a huge tip that I learned from my preceptor, and something that I think will really change the course of the foundations I set for myself as a nurse. Tomorrow I will be getting my own patient. I'll be having my own meds to pass, my own orders to do. My preceptor really urged me and which I will urge all of you to do if you're new, is do your assessment and charting in the room with the patient if you have the luxury of having a computer in your room, which you should, either if it's already in the room or if it's on wheels, but each room typically has a computer of some format. Doing your charting and assessment in the room with the patient allows you to go through everything that you need to do, and you typically will remember things better, and it's right here in front of you. You don't have to go back and back chart your assessment and try to do everything by recall, or you don't have to back chart or remember like, oh shoot, what time was I in that room? You can really get the flow for things if you are in the room with the patient, because you're not getting pulled in separate directions to do other things or attend to other people, which is important. You know, it's not just my patient, it's everyone's patient. Like, yes, I'm doing everything for my patient, but it's important that you go into every unit and every job with the mindset that you do no harm, you tell the truth, you be honest with your patient, and just be a good overall person. My last video got a bit more traction than any of my other videos. I wanted to come on here and make sure that I was giving positive energy and good vibes and just making sure I'm being a good role model for any new grad nurses, because I'm in that position now, and I was in nursing school. You should be in nursing for the right reasons. You should be wanting to help people, and you should be wanting to make a difference, whether it's big or small, and your patient may not notice it, no one else may notice it, you might not get a pat on the back from others, but you and yourself know that you did everything you can, and you can leave the hospital feeling good about yourself. If you're gonna do something, do it to 100, because what's the point of doing it anyway if you're not going to give it 100%? I got a lot of support in the comment section, which I'm not a big YouTuber at all. Honestly, I really just started this for myself. All these girls that commented saying congratulations on my first job and graduation, junior in nursing school, love this video, like, that is so motivating for me to then push more content out about nursing, nursing tips, new grad nurse tips, anything like that. And just, I love hearing about other people's successes and their whatever progress they're working towards, or, you know, I like hearing about the downfalls too, because that's what nursing is. I mean, hello, people die. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and say that. I know that that was a long rant, but tomorrow we have a big day because I have my very own patient tomorrow, which I will be charting in the room. So yes, all that to say, good night. I'm gonna go to bed. Good morning. If you're wondering why I look so very bright right now, it's because this jackass parked in front of me and has his brights on. Sorry, that wasn't very caring of me. That's a very big turnaround from what I said last night. I'm at the hospital now, and it's a Saturday. This is my first Saturday, or Sunday for that matter, that I'm working, where I can see what the flow is like or how much busier it is here at the hospital. Like I said last night, today I am working with my own patient today, which I will be doing my own meds, my own everything today, which is so scary, but like, you know, like, at some point you just have to rip the bandage off. I'm ready to rip that bandage off, like, partially. Like, I'm ready to lift it. I'm ready to see the damage. That's what I'm ready to do. Because, honestly, everyone always says you never feel like you're ready to come off of orientation or, like, stop being with another nurse. But as long as you have supportive people and you are surrounded with a community of nurses that always have your back, won't let you fail, and will just answer your questions, not make you feel stupid for anything, because honestly, you are taking care of another human being. You should never feel stupid for asking questions or asking how things work or what's allowed and what's not, because at the end of the day, the mistakes you make, depending on how big or small, like, it's your license, and you want to make sure you're doing the best by other people under your license, and in general, just be a good human. So, I'm, like, pep talking myself right now. It's okay that I don't know everything, and I never will know everything, and that's okay. I brought so much lunch today. It's safe to say that I'm not worried about where my lunch is. I was a bit worried because in orientation they were providing lunch, and I'm such a lunch person. I love food. I'm gonna head in now and put everything in my bag and get this day started. Hi guys, it's been a little bit since I last talked to you guys. It's been like 2 or 3 days since you guys saw me on that shift that I was gonna have my own patient to myself. I wanted to talk to you guys about that day because me and my preceptor ended up getting floated to another unit. It was still a cardiac unit. My hospital has a couple different cardiac floors specific to certain things. For those that don't know what floated means, typically each unit has a list on rotation of when people get sent to other units that are understaffed for the day because, you know, people call out, things happen. So if your unit is overstaffed or fully staffed and the census is low, meaning that you don't have enough patients, there's a good chance that you'll get floated to another unit to help out. So we were floated and I got to go with her, and I ended up having my own patient, but this patient was so easy, it didn't really feel like a patient. She didn't need anything all day. It was Saturday and she was just pending a consult that required face-to-face with the doctor, and I guess doctors don't like to work weekends sometimes, or this one wasn't working that weekend, so it was a really easy patient. So honestly, I did get to chart on her and do my own assessment and everything, but it didn't really feel like, I don't know, I wanted a patient that had a lot going on so I could get a better feel of higher acuity patients or practicing more skills, but it was good, it was fine, and we actually ended up having a little bit of downtime after we passed meds in the morning, and I ended up getting to make my own report sheet. So I want to show you guys what I mean by that. Whenever you go to the hospital in the morning, you have your morning huddle. It's kind of like a morning meeting, any announcements that they have for the unit, and then you go to your assignment, which is like the rooms that you have the patients that you'll be taking care of, and then you get report. And when you get report, you are talking to the night shift nurse or the day shift nurse, and they are essentially giving you updates, or if it's your first day with those patients, they're giving you a full rundown. So I want to show you guys the one that I made. It's heavily inspired by the one that my preceptor has, and she is kind of like me in the sense that she likes to write everything down, and I really like her report sheet because you'll see why I like her report sheet. And if you are a new grad nurse like me, or you are a nurse and you have a different way of doing report sheet, let me know in the comments below how you like to do it or what you recommend, because I can always change mine, and who knows, maybe this won't work for me in the future, but I want to show you guys. As you guys can see, I have a space up top and a space on the bottom. The space on the bottom is the exact same as the top, so you can have 2 patients on the front and 2 patients on the back. I have the patient, the admitting diagnosis, and right here I usually will put the day and essentially put in why they came in. Since I work cardiac, I usually will write CP for chest pain and anything else, or if they've fallen in the past couple days, or if they came in for a ground level fall, I will usually put that here. PMH stands for past medical history, so these are really common medical histories that I see on my floor, which is hypertension, hyperlipidemia, if they're diabetic, coronary artery disease, if they had stents, AFib, COPD. Here it says thyroid, so if it's hypo, I will put a down arrow, and if it's hyper, I will put an up arrow. CHF, CKD, end-stage renal disease, and if they know the stage, I can put that there. Dementia, past history of a cabbage. And then you can see neuro, assist, how they walk or go to the bathroom. I typically don't fill this out unless I see them walk for myself. I can you always want to take report with a grain of salt because you want to make sure that you interpret the same, you chart to what you see, and you make sure to pass that on. Ears, eyes, nose, throat, cardio, so like what rhythm they're in, if they're on room air, how many liters if they're on O2 at home, GI, GU, whether they have a PureWick, a Foley, diet, skin, lines, drips, drains, labs to do, tests and procedures that they're going for today. So a lot of the times I'll put if their chest x-ray was negative, if they're going for an echo, if they have any other tests or procedures, ultrasound or whatever, consults and care team. So like for cardiology, I'll typically put a heart and then write the doctor's name to see what they're going to do, and then their code status. That is my report sheet. Feel free to take that and do what you will with that. I really like it. Oh, and I will also put the room number on the top right corner. I really like this report sheet and this system so far. I find it really easy to use my clipboard and just write everything I need to and get going for the day. So that is actually all I have for you guys in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment anything down below that you want to know, or if you guys have any feedback for me, any questions, I'm open to anything. And if you're also a new grad, comment down below. I want to hear about your guys' stories. I just love reading about other people in the same boat as me, and I'm sure that's why you guys are watching this video, because you might also be a new grad or you're about to be a new grad. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys in my next one.